Hi guys, my name is Tay Baby, and I want to talk about something that I feel like I don't really see people talk about. I always see people talking about anxious attachment styles, avoidant attachment styles, but you know what I don't hear people talking about? The dark side of it. I want to talk about what it's like to have an anxious attachment style and not be healed. So, what is an anxious attachment style? Usually it starts when you're younger. Say you're the child that's the black sheep. Say you're the child that's not heard. Say you're the child that doesn't get attention. Say you're the child that's always left out. And also, a lot of the times, people with anxious attachment styles tend to have severe abandonment wounds. They don't know how to be alone. So, what happens is when they get into a relationship, they usually attract people who are avoidant, people who are more independent, who don't think about getting left all the time. So, when an anxious person is not healed, they can be very bad, almost very harmful to the relationship. Why? Because they can be very manipulative, they can be very argumentative, they can be very pushy, they can be very needy, and they can be very disrespectful. Why? Because not only are they not healed, they don't respect boundaries. They don't understand that you need space because they don't need space. They can be up under you 24/7 and it not bother them. And because they suffer with severe abandonment wounds, they don't know how to let you be your own person. Now, not everybody who's anxious attachment style is going to have these traits. Listen to what I'm saying. This varies, and it's also depending on whether you're healed or unhealed. You will try to leave the room, and guess what an anxious person will do? They will stand in front of the door and they will beg you to stay. You will tell them you need space and they will cry and plead and beg you. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is because a lot of people think they have BPD and they do not. BPD is borderline personality disorder. You think that you have it, but you do not split. We'll talk about that later, but that is going into manic episodes. When you are anxious, you don't get manic episodes. Does that make sense? So there's a difference. You have to be diagnosed with BPD. So don't go thinking you have that unless you've been, told by a doctor, therapist. When you're anxious, your partner will tell you, hey, babe, I'm good. Okay. And you're going, what? Why are you okay for? What's the problem? What is this? Well, you will overthink things and you will pick up the clues and pieces that weren't even there that they didn't say. Because again, you suffer from a strong, anxious abandonment wound. If you do not heal these parts of you, what you are going to do to your partner is push them elsewhere. When people are avoidant, they need space. When people are avoidant, they don't want to be smothered. Anxious people tend to smother because they don't know boundaries. They tend to be manipulative. Another thing that some anxious attachment style people do, they will yell, they will scream, they will get crazy, they will cry, they will kind of throw a temper tantrum. They will also do this thing where they say, I'm going to unalive myself. And they don't unalive themselves. They're saying that because their emotions are so high. I'm not saying they're saying this as a lie because a lot of the times they do feel these things. They just want to be soothed. They just want to be loved. But do you know from somebody who's avoidant or maybe has a secure attachment style, that doesn't look good to them. That's actually scary and makes them run because why would I want to be with you if you're getting outside of yourself? You can't control your emotions. When you're anxious, you don't think about the way you come off. You don't think about how you sound. And again, I keep saying this, you don't respect boundaries. So you will lash out, act crazy, and you will be a little dramatic. I'm telling you now, the reason why I'm making this video is because I see a lot of people that have anxious attachment styles and they don't know how to heal it. Maybe you should stop getting in relationships. You need to be by yourself for a little bit of time. Take yourself out on dates. Learn to pour love into yourself. Stop people pleasing. And honestly, get with partners who are great at communication. Get with partners who are understanding. The thought of somebody leaving your life should not make you chase them down, hit them up, blow them up, follow them to their job. That is psychotic. And like I said, this is what an unhealed anxious attachment style looks like. Now, I would never go to somebody's job and find them. I would never pull up to somebody's establishment and find them because I have an anxious attachment style. Please learn to understand when somebody says, I need space, you got to learn to soothe yourself. Another thing that you can work on is reading books. My favorite book, Master Your Emotion. Please read this book. I got it on Amazon. That's one of the books that my therapist recommended when I first started therapy years ago. I highly recommend you guys do that. I'm making this video because I want to help you and I want you guys to be in healthy relationships. I don't want you to get with somebody and push them away because you're needy. Why didn't you call me? Why didn't you text me? Again, I was in domestic violence classes, and one of the classes I took, one of the things I didn't even know was toxic. triple texting somebody is emotionally abusive. It's the person seeing the text. And I'm not talking about just a regular triple text. We're talking about when your partner says, hey, babe, leave me alone. And you're going, hey, answer me. I need this. I need that. Calm yourself down. If you have an anxious attachment style, spend some time alone, read books, meditate, find something to do. Do not be up your partner's butt 24/7 because that's how you get codependent. There's nothing wrong with spending time with your lover. I totally get it. But again, you're going to push your partner into the hands of them wanting to be alone because you are needy and it can come off very clingy. Now, when you're a healed anxious attachment style, you will respect boundaries. You'll understand, you know what, they're a little bit upset with me, or hey, they need space. You'll still feel like you want to run and cling to them, but you'll understand, okay, they've already talked to me about this. Now I can relax. This will be worked out with over time. But if you're not actively working on those things, self-soothing and understanding that you play a big part in making somebody feel anxious, and you can really damage your relationship until you take accountability with this, you can be a very damaging partner. So I hope this helps you. If you have an anxious attachment style, this is the dark side of it. Please be careful, especially if you're a woman, because you can be really bad. And I'm telling you, you can make a man think you're crazy and not want to mess with you, okay? I will make a part 2 because I want to talk about the dark side of avoidant people. But yeah, guys, I'm going to the gym right now, so I might have to do that when I get back.